Hi, everyone. My name is Chris Vroman, and I am one of the facilitators at the Journey Training. And this morning, I'd like to share my thoughts with you around the topic of self-awareness and why self-awareness is the ultimate gift, especially the ultimate gift that you can give to yourself. Now, this is a live session, so I'm going to do my best, to answer your questions as they come up. So please feel free to interact with me. And again, I'll do my very best to address your comments and any questions that you have. As we think about self-awareness, I want to ask you a couple of questions. One, have you ever done something in your life, and as soon as you've done it, you sit back and you kind of go, why did I just do that? Or do you wish you could control your reactions to things better than maybe you have in the past? Well, I know I can answer, both of those questions. I've sure done stuff in my life where I've had to sit back and go, wow, why did I just do that? Or why did I react that way? We've heard those things about, control your temper, or you lost control of your temper. I've been definitely, the victim of that, or should I say the willing participant in that. And then those other things too that can sometimes be a little bit embarrassing, like you just cry at the drop of a hat, and it's always in a place where you don't really expect it. And we ask ourselves these questions all the time, like why? Why do these things happen to me? That's self-awareness. The trick is we don't usually take the time to figure out why. Webster's dictionary defines self-awareness as the knowledge of one's own character, the conscious knowledge actually of one's own character, feelings, motives, and desires. And that's what I want to kind of talk about, that we're the conscious knowledge of. A lot of times we just go through life, and let's be honest, we don't think about a lot of the things that we do. In the training, we talk a lot about how our life, we get made up of all the experiences that we've ever been through in life, from the time we're born to whatever age we are right now. And every one of those experiences, memories, feelings, all of that gets stored. And then every new thing that we see or hear or touch or feel, it all goes through the filter of everything else that we've already experienced in life. That can be good. That can also be kind of bad. The filters, they do exist to protect us. That's where some of our knowledge comes from. Experience gives us the ability to do certain things over and over. And again, some good, some bad. But often we just don't take time to think about it. I know for myself, I went through life really from the time I was born until age 40, not really thinking intentionally day to day, event to event, how I wanted to react to something. I just lived reacting to things. And I wasn't really aware of what drove some of those reactions. When I was 12, I started getting bullied in school. I didn't grow until after high school. I was a little kid. And that's not an excuse. It's just, I'm just letting you know some of the things that affected how I felt about myself. And then as I got to be an adult, I was always trying too hard to prove my value to other people from what the bullies had done to me through school. I wanted to show people how good I was. I wanted to show people how tough I was. I wanted to show people what I could do. And the problem was, I wasn't doing it as Chris. I was always looking to other people as my examples on how to succeed. I was always looking, to be like somebody else because I thought they were successful. And if it worked for them, it would work for me. And then at age 40, things, I had a good life, great wife, beautiful daughters, great job, nice house. On the outside, I had everything together, it looked like. But on the inside, I'd really gotten to a point in life where I really couldn't tell you who I was. I had made myself to be like so many other people, or I tried to be like so many other people, that I needed to find who I was. And some people helped me do that. And that's what the Journey training tries to do as well. What you do is you take some time out from life. And again, most of us don't do that. We literally hit the ground running every day when the alarm goes off, and there we go. And we roll through that day reacting to what happens to us, rarely taking the time to slow down and choose how we're going to react to something, or even be prepared to know how we're going to react to something. So what we do at the journey training is you come and you take a weekend out of your life, and you sit there and we run through different things, and we have you look at your character, your beliefs, your motives, your desires, your feelings. And then you get to really take a look and see which ones work for you and which ones maybe don't work for you in the best way and that you would want to change. So it's an intentional kind of focused event where you disengage from the rest of your life and you come be with us to intentionally work on yourself. And we have a banner that we use in the training room, and we love this quote because it says, those, now I got to think about it. Those who know themselves are no longer fools. They stand on the threshold of the door of wisdom. And wisdom is not just the knowledge that we have, it's the ability to apply that knowledge for the best possible outcome. And I think we've all seen people who have wisdom. It normally comes with folks who are older of age because they've had more life to experience. But I know some very young people with a lot of wisdom as well. And that's because both sets of people, whether they're young or old, they're intentional about the choices that they're making. They kind of understand what makes up their filter. I'm not saying you can change everything in the filter. That isn't what we're going to tell you. But if you know what's in the filter, address it, realize it, acknowledge it, then you can make a choice about what to do when things happen to you. And that's where real wisdom comes from. Just giving yourself a moment to think and choose. Think and choose. Otherwise, what happens is from the moment the alarm clock goes off, you just start through your day, your normal habits, your normal routine, and off you go. And there you will be. Nothing wrong with that. That can work for you. But I think if we're all honest, we could be more intentional about our lives. We could make more out of our lives. But to do that, we have to do the one thing we can, and that is control ourselves. We are the only thing on this planet that we can control. Each of us as an individual. I can't control you or anybody else around me. I can't control the weather. I can't control anything other than myself and primarily my reaction to what happens around me. That is self-awareness. Being in control of that, of yourself. That's how you change the things you want to change in your life. If you truly want to change the world around you, I will guarantee you this: change yourself first, be consistent, and the world around you will change. That's just a fact. You know, again, the journey training exists specifically for this reason. We believe in helping people become more self-aware so that they can find their passion and their purpose in life, and that they can live life to the fullest. We all don't know how much time we have here on this planet, and we want to make the best of it. So let's do that. Let's figure out who we truly are as individuals, then live making choices that are best for us and those around us. Use that wisdom, bring, better peace and love and things to yourself and to the world. And then that makes a difference. If any of this has resonated with you today, I hope it does. It's definitely a passion of mine. I like to help people understand because people did it for me. And that's why I now do it with the journey training. I just love to see people really, truly find who they are, who they were created to be, and then go out and do what they were created to do with no obstacles in the way. Most of the time, we are the ones who are our biggest obstacle. So again, self-awareness, ultimate gift you can give yourself. Know who you are, know why you're here, know what you want to do, and make those choices to serve yourself that way. That will also help you serve others. If you want to know more, go to our website. It's www.thejourneytraining.com. The Journey Training is all one word, no spaces. www.thejourneytraining.com. There you'll find more information about all of our programs, and you can start with either one called Launch or Threshold, and we have an upcoming Threshold in just a few weeks. So if any of this kind of resonated with you today, if you're asking yourself who you are, do you want to know more about yourself? Do you want to control more aspects of your life? Then come to Threshold in just a few weeks. Go to the website, check us out, sign up. You can just sign up right there. You'll get away for a weekend at a hotel in Tulsa, Oklahoma. You're going to have a great time. I promise you that. It's going to be a long weekend, but we're going to have fun. All right. And it will be life-changing. It'll open your eyes. You will never be able to look at yourself the same way again. Your self-awareness will be at a whole new level. And I promise you it will work. We have a money-back guarantee. It will work. If you can look at me on Sunday after completing the entire training and tell me you got nothing out of the weekend, we will gladly refund all of your money. And all you will have spent is a weekend getting better to know yourself. So you got nothing to lose. Again, do us a favor too. If this video, if this session, resonates with you and you think it would resonate with someone else, please share it with your friends. Ask questions. Don't hesitate. If okay, you missed the live session and you're watching this later, ask questions. Send an email to info@thejourneytraining.com and we will be glad to get back to you and answer your questions. Someone can even get on the phone and talk with you if that's what you'd like. We want you to be the best you. That's why we exist. We believe that we were all created for something special. We each have a purpose. I have my gifts and talents. You have yours. I have my purpose. You have yours. I can't do everybody else's and you can't do mine. So come find out who you truly are, what you're passionate about, what your purpose is, and let's have some fun doing it. Hope to see you soon. Go to thejourneytraining.com. Sign up today. Thanks. Michelle Van Dusen has asked me a question. Hi, Michelle. Can you gift this training to people? Okay. The best gift you can give is to share. If you've ever been through the training, share what you received from the training with them. But yes, you can gift this to people. Now, let's be really careful in how we say that. You can give a gift to the Journey Training. You go to the same website and under the More category or the More selection at the top of the menu bar, there's a place for you to give to the training. You can't specifically tell us how to use your money, but if you wanted to pay for somebody to come through the training, you can give a gift to the training, and then that person can contact the training and talk to us about how they can get into the training with some assistance. So it's just something you have to know. We're a 501c3 nonprofit organization. We will gladly take donations, but we cannot take a donation specifically to be used for an individual. So that's how that works. Thanks for asking that question, Michelle, because it's a good one. We do get that one a lot. I'll hang out here for just another couple of seconds or minutes and see if anybody else has anything. No, I think that's really what I wanted to share with you today. That's what's been on my heart. Noel, glad to see that you said you've been there on some of those questions. I think we all can say that if we're honest with ourselves. And again, if we're really honest, I'm guilty of I can live life in a pretty lazy way. And what I mean by that is literally, I've got a routine. I get up, I do the same things over and over and over. And a lot of times I get caught in life just like everybody else. Just because I teach some of these things doesn't mean I never do them incorrectly, right? It doesn't mean I'm perfect by any means. The only difference between me and anybody else who's never been through this training is I'm a little farther along on my journey in life than maybe you are, both in age and in some knowledge on self-awareness. But if you would take the time to really focus on yourself, and that's another important thing. We have a rule in our training that says take care of yourself first, so you can take care of others. Really hard rule to follow when you're a parent, be it a father or a mother, but especially moms. I see moms fall into this trap all the time. They give of themselves entirely to their children and their husbands, their families, and they don't give themselves, any kind of love and support. They don't take care of themselves first. And if you don't take care of yourself first, you will run out of gas. So knowing that your heart is to love and serve others, and especially your families, it's not selfish. Put yourself first. Do that. Sign up for something like this. Take some time out from life. You will be rejuvenated when you go back home. You will be a better parent than you were before you came. And now Michelle joins in. Yep, been there. All right. Well, again, thanks for listening today. I do appreciate you giving me some of your time. We've had a number of people, signed in here with us so far. If you didn't get to see this live and you're catching up to it later, please share it with people that you know. If it moved you in any way and you think someone else could benefit with it, feel free. Share anything on our website with anybody. We have blog content. We have great testimonials on the website. Go there and hear what other people have received from this training. You don't just have to take my word for it. All I can tell you is I went to a training similar to this 15 years ago. Some people loved me enough to help me. And that's why we do what we do now at the Journey Training in Tulsa. We want to return the favor. We want to pay it forward. That's all we're trying to do. We want to love people, help them be the best they can be, and do what they were created to do. Thanks for your time. I look forward to talking to you again soon. Thanks.